Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and this is going to be a really quick video, and I'm just going to save you guys the time and effort. If you don't want to waste your time, I'm just telling you right now, you don't even have to watch this video. Just know, I don't recommend this system at all. This is the Touch Pro Steel, GANZO Touch Pro Steel Sharpening System. I planned on doing a really good review, in-depth review on it, and taking my time, doing really good shots and B-roll, but it's just not worth it. I'm not going to waste your time or mine on this system. I've been very frustrated trying to figure it out. They're very vague in the directions. They have a big manual of directions, but none of it is English. Not one dime of it in this book. And I'm sure everything's well explained in there. What they give you for English is in this little manual, and it's very vague. I had to go and watch a video to understand how the clamping system worked. I could not figure out how they expected me to clamp this blade. I originally thought because this little plate right here goes on the front right here. That's how it comes, is on the front. But I guess you have to take it off and then put it here, and that's how you clamp it. Now, even with it clamped like this thing has a lot of movement, like back and forth this way. Not up and down. It's pretty solid up and down, but this way, lots of movement. So you're going to want to trace around there, which is fine, but the frustration of trying to hold these parts while you're trying to clamp it, it's just not safe. And then you still have to flip it over back and forth. Like, it's so frustrating to use this system that there's so many other systems that would work better. Does it work? Yeah, I guess. But you'd be almost better just getting a different system or a stone and just doing it freehand. The stones are not good quality stones, but I didn't expect that. Buying the system, I already knew I was going to switch them out. You know, these stones, I've tried these type of stones many times. I don't like them. Maybe on very simple steels, like regular stainless or, you know, some really simple steels. They'll work. Don't get me wrong. They'll work. I'm not trying to say they don't work. I just prefer other stones. But the way this clamping system works, I can easily put the type of stones I want in here. So that was cool. So I thought, okay, cool. You know, so the system, or the stone part, is really good. It holds different stones. So awesome for that. The rod will fall right out. That's another thing. Which, not that big of a deal. I didn't really worry about that. And if you're using light pressure, yes, it will work. But now you have to flip it over and make sure your angle is just right again every single time. So I guess they want you to do one side completely, then flip it over and do the other side completely. I think that's the way they want you to do it. The only video I really seen on this exact one wasn't in English. And it's janky. It's but what can you expect? You know, it's a $30 or around $30 sharpening system, but it's not something I will recommend at all. I mean, I think it's going to cause more frustration than anything else. And like I said, I just don't want to waste your guys' time watching this whole video and getting to the end where I tell you that. I'd rather just tell you right from the start. Like, I don't like this. I've dealt with lots of sharpening systems. Granted, this is very, very budget friendly, but you could use the same $30 and buy one stone, and get better results, in my opinion. Now, I know people have a frustrating time trying to hold an angle with freehand sharpening, but you're going to have the same problem here. You know, you're trying to flip it over and match that angle. You're going to be having struggles with that. And then, you know, if you add any pressure, especially with the stones they give you, which, you know, they're not the best type of stones, so they're going to take longer to use. You could just get one diamond plate and call it a day. You know, and these type of stones, you know, they're water stones. You got to let them soak. You know, it's going to cause more of a mess. You can get a diamond plate, you know, no mess at all. Knowing everything I know about sharpening, I'm frustrated, right? I would imagine somebody who doesn't know anything would get it and probably not get as frustrated as I am over it. But I've dealt with a lot of systems that are really good at holding the knife, flipping the knife. This one, you have to manually I have to sit here and loosen all this up. And then now I gotta put this back in here and hopefully match the exact same spot where my blade is gonna go. But like I said, you could trace it. That's one thing. So that's what you'd want to do, is trace it and then flip it. So, you know, I guess you could figure out, you know, and, you know, get used to flipping it and doing all that. But I personally don't recommend it. Now, like I said, you know, if you're on a really, really tight budget, it might work out for you if you struggle with holding your angle. But they have little sharpening guides that are really cheap. These little guys right here. These little guys, you could take and buy one sharpening stone. And here, I don't have a big stone out here, but here's oh, you know what I do? These aren't cheap stones. The stone I'm going to pull out, and, you know, this type of clamp or whatever would cost you like 20 bucks, but they have tri-way systems. They have literal tri-way systems that are like 30 bucks. So you could get a tri-way, and then, which would be 3 stones that flip, and with each stone, you could take one of these little guides and just set it right here. Set it on the stone. Then you can take your knife and use that to guide it across and just hold that angle. I think that would do you way more justice than a system like this. Yeah, it's going to take a little, you know, some time and patience to learn freehand, but this is going to take time and patience too. It doesn't make sense to me why you'd want to use this system over freehand. It doesn't make it easier, in my opinion. Granted, I know how to freehand, but I would just recommend staying away from it. How about that? Just stay away from it. Don't get it. Get something else. Get something that's less frustrating, that explains the directions better. Work Sharp, made in America. You know, lots of their directions are really good. They have lots of different systems, so you can go with freehand systems that have guides already on it. You know, for around the same price. You could get their Work Sharp Precision Guided Sharpener for around 50 bucks. It's not going to be good for big knives like this, but, you know, there's other systems. There's a lot of other systems. But this one, no go for me, personally. You know, this part right here is really, maybe I shouldn't even be filming this. I probably shouldn't even be filming this until I cool off, right? Don't film while you're angry, Jared. Don't film while you're angry. Settle down first. But, you know, man, I guess it works. I guess it can work. If you're very, which you should be patient through sharpening anyways. The best part of this whole system was this rag. Oh, man, I'm sorry. It just is. I guess this thing's kind of cool where you can, you know, stash your stones in and wrap it up. So that's kind of cool. A place to stash stuff. You know, you could even put knives or something in there. I don't know. But it's supposed to be for stones. So you can store your stones, and then I guess you would flip it and roll it. I don't know. Or just flap it over, I guess, and just keep it like that. Whatever. I was going to give this system away to one of my Bang Gang squad members. That was my plan. But I can't, you know, like, I feel bad giving this system to somebody. I mean, if one of them wanted, you know, but there's no... I just, you know, like I said, I thought that it was going to be a little bit better. I didn't think it was going to be, like, extraordinary or anything. But, you know, like I said, I guess, you know, it'll work. But, you know, it's just not something I would recommend. And I don't want to give one of my members something I wouldn't recommend. The instructions are just so damn vague. I got more information watching a video that was not in English. like even when you look at like the clamp right here, like remember guys, I had to take, see how easy that was? I had to take this little clamp. Let me show you. This is funny. This sits, well, once you take it off, and then see all these little parts there, it's just gonna, like, trying to get all these parts together, I had to, it took me forever to figure out what this was for. Nowhere in the instructions did I see them talk about this thing. And then I watched the video and figured out you have to slip it over this and put it right here. In the picture, though, let me show you the picture. This is the picture I get, right? So with the picture, they don't show this over here, right? They show it over here. But this is for scissors over here, I guess. But you have to take this off, the plate, and then slip this collar over it, put it right there, and then slip this thing through and hold this bit under here, or the, you know, this little guy right here, because it comes attached to the front. Now, maybe I should be doing a thorough review to show the person that did wind up buying it, like, this is how you use this system. And now I guess that person would be pretty upset that I'm not doing that. But I guess maybe I just showed you. I mean, that's all you gotta do. You gotta slip this over this. This is not one of my better videos, guys. I apologize. It's just, I am very frustrated, so. But yeah, you clamp it through there. Put this through here. Figure, you know, hold it down under there, screw it in, and then after it's tight, you know, but loose though, only a couple threads in, then you wedge the thing, then you finish tight, you know, screwing it in. But for those of you that haven't bought it and are thinking about buying it, don't. Just buy something else. And then those of you that already did buy it and are now watching my video in the future, that's how you do it. I recommend getting different stones. Get different stones. Other stones will make the system 10 times better than the stones that come with it. So, but there you guys go. I love you guys. Sorry for the video. Peace.